We're going to have a look at a verse here, 11:26. This is Jesus confronting Martha because her brother Lazarus had just died. And Martha says unto Jesus, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last day. And Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life, and he that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? So this is what we're going to talk about in this video. What does this mean, shall never die? Because clearly Lazarus died, and clearly people are dying every single day. They say on average there's about 120 people that die every single day. So what does this mean? So if you're curious to know what this means, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know you learned something from this. And we'll dive in as to what this means. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Let's go to Genesis. Genesis chapter, what are we looking at? Genesis chapter 2. Let's see. Right here. Boom. Look at this here. This is the devil, the serpent, the ancient serpent, confronting Eve. So, this is actually God speaking to Adam first. But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the day that thou eatest thereof thou shalt surely die. And people are confused about that, going, well, okay, hang on here. Adam didn't die right away. I'm going to explain it. This is video, so this is important. Pay attention to this. And then later we see here with the serpent approaching Eve. And the serpent says, and he said unto the woman, Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the trees of the garden, the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die. So the serpent is contradicting what God said. God said, if you eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will surely die. And yet here the serpent is saying, you will not surely die. For God doth know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So we know, in fact, that Eve died, and so did Adam later. In fact, he died at the age of 930 years old. And everybody thereafter died. But we get a story where this gentleman, Enoch, let's go right over to here. Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah. And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begat sons and daughters. All the days where Enoch were 365 years, and Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. So here we see Enoch didn't die. Didn't die. Or did he? What's going on here? What is going on? What's this mystery? How was Enoch able to escape death when we see that God said to Adam, if you take of this tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you will surely die? What's going on here? Well, what happened was, because of what Adam did, one action, every man is now appointed to die. Every man has that appointment. It's coming. One day it's coming, and every man is going to be in front of the great white throne judgment. Now hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Let's go over here to Romans 9, and this will make more sense to you. Well, Romans, I meant Hebrews. There we go. Hebrews. Let's go to Hebrews. Right here, Hebrews 9. Let's go real quick. I want to make this a quick video here. Right here, look at this. But as it is appointed unto men once to die, but after this, the judgment. This is basically right from the fall. This is what is to happen to man because of what Adam did, one action. Everyone's going to die because of Adam. Everyone has an appointment to die. It's appointed unto men once to die. They all have an appointment. What is that appointment? To appear before the great white throne judgment. But verse 28 kind of changes things. So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many, and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation. Meaning, Christ took that appointment upon himself. What do you mean by that? That means that we are now not appointed unto death. That's what Jesus is saying here. When we go back to John 11, we don't have that appointment anymore. If we believe that Jesus is the Son of God, that he died on the cross, we don't have that appointment to be presented before the great white throne judgment with our works, with that book that gets opened, the book of works, unto death. That's what those books are. So right here, verse 26, whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? And she said, Yea, Lord, I believe thou art the Christ, the Son of God, which should come into the world. When she had said so, then she went on her way and called her sister Mary. So, if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God, you're going to miss your appointment. What is your appointment? It's to be presented before the great white throne judgment. That's what that means. So did Lazarus die? Physically, yes. His body died and Jesus rose him again from the dead to prove that Jesus is the resurrection. Did Lazarus die later? Yes, he died again in his body, but in an instant he was in heaven. So that's the mystery that Paul's talking about, 1 Corinthians 15. So then I ask you, is Lazarus dead today? No. Why? Because to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So his body died and was corrupted and turned to worms and all this stuff. But Jesus said he never died. He's in heaven. You will never die if you believe that Jesus is the Son of God. Why? Because Jesus tasted death for us. He died for us. So the second you close your eyes and this heart stops beating, you open your eyes and you're in heaven instantaneously with a brand new heavenly body that Jesus Christ himself designed. So let's have one more look at one more verse here to just kind of make this make a little bit more sense. Let's go to Genesis. Hopefully this makes sense to you guys. We don't have an appointment anymore. We're off the books. We have no record of works that lead unto death. They're gone, expunged, deleted. If you go over here to Genesis 25, verse 32, somewhere in here. Let's have a look here. Let's have a gander. Verse 32. Right here, verse 32. 31. Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. My appointment is at hand. What's he saying? I'm going to die any second. At least that's what Esau thought. It's like, I'm at the point of death. My appointment is here. It's minutes away. That's my appointment. It's coming. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils, and he did and eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright. Why? Because he thought his appointment was unto death. And I believe it's in Hebrews where it says that he would have got his inheritance anyway, but he gave it up. He would have got something, but he gave up his birthright. The point I want to make here is he felt like his appointment of death was coming. Then most likely judgment. But Jesus said that we don't have that appointment anymore. Why? Because of what Jesus did on the cross. So now, when we go back to John 11, and I promise I'll wrap this up. John 11, right here, back to this. Whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this? So what does never mean then if he's dying? It means not at any point or any moment. There's no appointment. So when his body, physical body, dies, he's not dead. He is alive in heaven. He doesn't have that appointment on Judgment Day in front of the great white throne judgment. So when we believe that Jesus is the Son of God, we don't have that appointment either. We're not appointed to die. We miss that appointment. We're not there. Why? Because our names are written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Anyone that doesn't believe that Jesus is the Son of God, their names get blotted out. And they get presented before the great white throne judgment, and they get tossed into the lake of fire. Because their works lead to death, which we used to have works that lead unto death, but now we have works that lead unto life. So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully this makes sense. If it has, let me know in the comments section, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now.